Alright, we're back. As you can see, it's churning away still. So let's see where we're at. Alright, we're at 92%, 93. So we're getting close to the end. And it takes a few minutes. It takes, a couple, 2 or 3 minutes for it to do it. Now it's complete. Now, you still say, well, there's only orange lights here. Well, that's because that's the initialized song 1. So, to bring up the song now, we'll go back here to select song, and you say select, and you say yes. So, the song that was on here was initialized song. We'd have to go initialize number 2. Because it was number 2 on here. They both says initialize song 1, but the song is number 2. So you say number 2, and then you go yes. Are you sure? Store current? No. Now it's going to load, pull up the song off the hard drive. Notice that our tracking has got even lower. We only got 487 track minutes left now, which it was over 540 track minutes. Now we see that we do have some green. And if I get that on speakers on 4, let's see what we got here. So if I start playing, this. Let me go show you what I'm talking about. On track 1, I had a guitar. Track 2, that was the lead guitar. So that's the way we record it. We would record onto this thing. Now, when you got done recording, say you had 8 tracks, and you was done, you was satisfied with that. Now you could get more tracks out of this. The way you would have to do it, now I can't exactly remember because I haven't used it so long, how you would bounce. Now a lot of times I would record, do 6 tracks, and then you would bounce those 6 down to 2. Now later on in another video, I might, if I can figure this out again, I'll show you how you bounce down to this, and then you could take and go back to, you can go into here. There's a, if you can see it, let me get one close up. See these buttons do double duty. Underneath here in the box it says V-track. Now to get to that, you'd have to go shift, and then you go V-track. Now here's your V-tracks. What it is, it's got virtual tracks. This thing can record 64 different tracks, even though it's an 8-track machine. But under each one of these tracks, there's another 7 tracks you can record. So there's 8 tracks. So it's 8 times 8, 64. So say I'd bounce down, go to record 6, and then bounce it down to 7 and 8 for a stereo pair. Then I can go back, change each one of these tracks to virtual track 2. I'll choose the track, and then say I want to choose this track. See, it's flashing. Virtual track 2. Choose this track. Virtual track 2. Choose this track. 2. 2. And then number 6. 2. I leave 7 and 8 open. What I could do now is go back, and I could record tracks 1 and 2 over again. While this is playing, while 7 and 8 is playing the stereo pair, I can record against it, more or less overdub 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and 3 and 4. And then I can take those two, bounce them to tracks 5 and 6 of virtual track 2. Then I could do the same thing again. Go back. Go to virtual track 3 on each one of these tracks. At least on these right here. Go back, record another. While these 4 tracks are playing, I can record on another set of tracks here. Bounce them down to here, and go back again. For the last 2 pair, I can record here, and I would wind up having up to probably about 14 tracks. I would do at least 14 tracks, but what you would wind up having is it really, the sky's the limit with it, you know. And like I said, you could record up to 64 tracks, 64 different takes, and then you can actually take, say, like a guitar. So you can do 8 different guitar solos on any one of these tracks, and then you can choose from any one of that and make a comp, you know, the best of each of those tracks and put them together. Because this thing can only play back 8 tracks. Understand? It was an 8-track recorder. You can only play back 8 tracks. You could only record 4 tracks at a time. So you can have 4 different inputs in and record 4 at a time. But now for backing up, let's go back out of this. I'm going to shoot everything back to virtual track 1. Alright, let's get back out. Anytime you're into another thing too you want to know about, anytime you're into a say like you're over here and you don't know what to do, you just hit this play button and take it right back to the play. You know, it's more like an exit button to get you right back up to the play part. Backup. Now, say if I wanted to back this song back up to a so we just go in here. Now there's DAT backup. What's DAT backup? Well, like I told you a while ago, you could plug in a DAT machine like this right here, the digital out into digital in on a DAT machine, and you can back up to DAT tape. A little bit slow, not as reliable, but it does work. I've used it before. And then DAT recover means you can pull back off of DAT tape. CD write. What is CD write? Now CD write is when you had a song finish and you had, say you had, like I said, say like if I recorded a 6-track song and 6 tracks was playing, and then I wanted to bounce it down to 2 tracks. That's the stereo. Because the way CD write worked, you put in blank CD and you had it would only write left and right stereo, so you only take 2 tracks. So you had to bounce down all your tracks down to, you had to have 2 open tracks, and that's how you would bounce. You know, you could record a CD. You can do an actual CD that would play into any CD player. Like I said, it was slow, and I used to do it. It used to work. I mean, it would work. But now, CD player. Alright, you could use this as a player. It would play CDs, even a regular store-bought CD. And there's the backup. Now here's where you did the backup. So what you would do, you would say, I'm ready for backup, and then you would hit yes. And it would, once then it would go through, I'm gonna hit it and see what it, now it would say store current. And if you'd say no, then it would, now it would start the backup. But, it's not going to do it. I'm not going to let it do it. What it do is go and find the disk, and if you was ready to do it, you'd say go ahead and hit yes. And I'm going to say no, cancel it, because I've already got it. You'd have to have a blank disk in, because the reason why it won't do it now, this disk is finalized. It's in there. So, but that's it. That's the whole. Pretty much the way that I used to, like I said, record it onto it. And like I said, there's more to it than just this, but I hope that this will help someone out that has one of these old machines or thinking about getting one, because I'll tell you, like I said again, this was the premiere to me, of hard disk recorders. I loved it, loved the looks of it, and everything's just sweet about this machine. It still is to me, and I'm glad I got it working again, because it did die on me in 2005, and I just put a bigger hard drive into a new hard drive in it a couple years ago. It's working again, and I think it's great. Oh, the shutdown. You don't just reach back here and turn it off. Never do that. The shutdown. You go shift right here where it says shut exit. Go shift, hold down shift, hit shut exit, and you'll say shut, and you just say yes, store current, you say no. Now before I do that, well, you just say no. And then it goes and churns. About out of time here, and then you can reach back. When you see that, then you can reach back and hit that button. So that's it. That's the VS-880. So thanks again for watching.